Well done. I want to talk to you, everybody today, visitors, members, how I can help make your referrals dreams come true. So get comfortable, enjoy the benefits of home ownership. That's where everybody's dream is, correct? So I'm gonna let you know a little bit about me. Howard, did you want to record these?
It's going.
Thank you, thank you. So I wanted to tell you all a little bit about me so that you can learn to better refer business and understand who I am. So I'm always up for a challenge. And back in 2018, my son turned 20. And he asked his friends, his girlfriend, his father, and everybody if they would do this challenge with him, and they all declined. I wasn't really thinking I should. I didn't say no, but I ended up saying, yes, I will skydive with you. And so we opted to do this skydiving. And people said, why would you jump out of a perfectly good plane? If you look here, it's not a perfectly good plane. I'm taller than the plane. And when we got into the plane, they had to ask who is jumping first, who is going to get out of the plane first, because there was no room to move around in the plane once you're in. So you had to go first in was last out. It was so small in that plane. While we were in the plane, as you'll see here, it's very tight quarters, and it had no windows. It was pretty darn scary, and it was a really fun experience to do with my son. Most of you wouldn't know that I am extremely sensitive to motion sickness, and during the course of this jump, there's a picture down on the bottom left rather, where I had kind of been hit by the gear on the side of my head and almost passed out. Bottom right shows me, I'm just kind of dangling, and I don't know who that person is on behind me, but he kept tapping me and saying, ma'am, you need to wake up. Ma'am, you need to wake up. Now smile for the camera, ma'am. So it was a thing that I knew I would only ever do once, but gave it a go. And that was quite the adventure, quite the challenge. I'm also very adventurous. For you founding members, you might recall we had another founding member. Her name was Karen O'Connor, and she was our photographer in the group. What she also did on the side as a new business, and why she eventually left our chapter, is she was a African safari guide. So she not only worked at Safari West in Santa Rosa, but she would get together and take groups over to Africa. And that is quite the BNI commitment of me to refer myself on a very first adventure. We stayed in a rustic tent, as you see in the top center. Animals were very close to us. Bottom right, you can see the elephant kind of looking through our Jeep. That's how close the animals were to us. So that was quite a fun adventure. I'm also well balanced. And here's an example of me being well balanced, playing bocce ball in high heels with a glass of red wine. So you have to have all of those balance elements in order to win the game. If anybody wants to play bocce, let's have a game sometime. Now let's head over to real estate. I am a problem solver. So what kind of problems are people seeing today in today's market? We're seeing problems and objections of the interest rates. I'm sure that's a conversation that you're hearing a lot, but it turns out that, you know, the home prices are starting to shift. We're seeing a shifting market, and we're seeing for multiple offer situations in Sonoma County. So that means less buyers per property. And so buyers fatigue is maybe coming to an end, where they might actually be able to find a home that works for them and gets them their dreams. Some people worry, where would I go? I need to sell my home, but I have no home on the other side. There are strategies to figure out there that allow people to stay in their home, called a rent back, so that you can stay put for a while you leverage the money in your pocket to purchase your next home. So there are ways to make that happen. A lot of people are leaving the state. They're just done with either politics or fire season or whatever their personal reason is. And I can actually help find them a real estate professional on the other side so that they are in good hands on that side as well. Some of the solutions, it is sometimes about timing. So hearing of properties that might be coming on the market might be beneficial to folks, or offering different resources to them. So just maybe as David was talking about, he's learned a lot about electrical panels and how to refer businesses. Staying in touch is very important because the timing isn't always perfect for people's personal situations. And so staying in touch. And I ask all of you, I'd love to share with you how I stay in touch with folks. And if you can put your name and home address in the chat, I will act as if you're a client and you will see just how I can stay in touch. So please add your names to the chat, and that will be something that I'll add you to what's called a database, and you'll see exactly how I will stay in touch with your referrals. Buyers and sellers, why would you use Jolene? Well, I think a lot of it is technology inspired. And as Reggie mentioned, I love technology and have a tech talk with Jolene every 2 weeks in my office for my agents. So I'm not only using technology for buyers and sellers to have them get the best results that they want, but I'm also teaching that to agents and trying to inspire them as well. I have a page on my website. This is just a snippet of it, but it's my website is jolenesells.com. There's a resources page, and on there, all of you in the group are on the website. So some of my clients can go there and get a reference from me. Mostly they just call, and so that I become that source for connecting people and answering those, solving those problems that people might have. So it's a nice page there. I'm also going to put a similar idea on Facebook and link those of you that are Facebook friends with me so that we have a widespread of our connections and our resources. So who are the best clients to refer to me? I came up with 5 categories of folks that are good referral sources for me. So folks that have recently retired and they are exploring options to figure out, they want to find some groups, perhaps common interest groups. They want to learn what to do in retirement and have some fun. Maybe they're a little bit bored. That would be a good referral. I could refer them to where my office is based in Oakmont, give them a tour, show them some of the different facilities that might work for them, and introduce them to folks that might have a common interest. Somebody that's recently lost a spouse and they are having a difficult time being in the same house. Too many memories, and everywhere they look, they see that spouse. That would be a good referral. I can be sensitive as we're exploring the new home. Folks that have recently inherited something in Sonoma County and don't know how to unload it. Maybe it's full of stuff. I have resources for that as well. Grandchildren are a big draw. So people that have had recent recently become grandparents again, they often follow their grandkids. They want to see those soccer games, go to the plays. That's a good referral for me as well, because they don't care about their adult children. They follow the grandkids. And if somebody you know has recently learned that their landlord is selling their home, that would be a good referral as well. I can help maybe find them their own home. And that is all I have today. Closing deals in high heels. Thank you all for listening. Now